citizens! We're back with Dead Space today, and we're going to be doing Chapter 4, Obliteration Imminent. I'm going ahead and starting up the game now. And, yes, once again, I am joined by our necromorph enthusiast, Nerdian. Say hello, Nerdian.
Guten Tag, mein Kind.
That makes me very uncomfortable, thank you. Alright. So here we go. We're going to be going ahead and getting this started up again. Before I do that, I do remember that I got to do something so that Mr. Nerdian can be on the same panel that I am while I am playing this. There we go. Okay, I believe I got this nice and fixed and ready to roll. I am making sure, Mr. Nerdian, do me one favor before we continue. I need you to make sure that I am actually being heard over the mic on the Twitch. Because last time the game decided that it didn't want to record my voice. Which I don't think is going to be too much of a problem. So if we catch it early in stream, hey, whatever. If not, then, well, we're going to have a repeat of Sunday's fiasco, where I spent for about an hour talking and not being heard. So, yeah. Anyways.
Isaac, come in. Kendra's right. The ADS is completely shut. I'll need your help to fix this. Kendra, if you can hear me, see if you can get into the ship's reports. It sounds like you have better access from there.
When were you going to tell us about the artifact, Hammond? This marker?
I don't know anything about that. It's referenced in the captain's records. They brought it up from the planet.
It's on the ship?
In cargo. They think it's of alien origin, but I don't know what the hell it is.
Really? CEC didn't know anything about it. You're lying.
Back up! I am not the bad guy here. Ross shake you right now. You're gonna have to trust that I don't know anything about it.
She's rude.
We've entered the debris field. Get to the captain's nest. I'll explain everything later. Hammond down.
First time playing the game, it always bugged me that she was pushing so hard against him.
I know. I know why she's doing it now, which makes me hate her even more.
Indeed.
But, hold on, I got just that light. That light is like, I am too white for white light, so. I don't know, I gotta make it so that the background's not.
I don't want you to debate if a joke is racist or not.
Hey, if I'm making fun of myself, it's not racist.
Well, my immediate knee-jerk reaction was...
Oh! Hello. I forgot about that. Anyways.
Yeah, the poor bastard slapped me.
Would you stop it? You grumpy grumper.
Remember, it's not grumpy so much as very murderous.
It's grumpy.
Grumpy implies anger. They don't really do anger.
Look, I don't care what they do. All I know is that they want to kill me, and that's a bit grumpy to me.
say Grumpy, I say murder time, fun time.
Okay, I don't... I mean, I guess I could buy some more plasma cutter rounds. I'll do that. 6 more ain't gonna hurt me. Alright, onwards to the main atrium. Oh, yeah, I forgot about him. That's a brute. That's what they're called.
Yep.
Yeah, this is the first time that I encounter him.
Warning. Hull breach detected.
Isaac, impact on the bridge, right at your feet. I'm reading heavy damage, but containment looks solid. Life support is stabilized. We've got to get the ADS working.
I'd like to officially note this is one of my favorite areas in the game.
It's just so different than the rest of the game. It's bright. It's actually has some color to it. But it's equally as horrifying as the rest of the game.
Well, you also get to do stuff that's very different, like the little turret section feels pretty decent.
Okay, so I remember that one of these guys, I think it's this one, was it this one? No. One of these. Alright. Yeah, one of these actually has a necromorph in it.
Yeah, he tells you about it, and when you go past it, it'll go blah, 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 blah.
Damn, you scared me. The place is making me jumpy. Fucking asteroids coming through the roof. Look, I know Kendra doesn't trust me, but I don't know anything about a marker or anything else. This is supposed to be a repair mission. Plain and simple. This mess is the asteroid defense system. I can fix these boards, but the main power routing is shot. You're gonna have to reroute them manually through at least 3 junction boxes to activate the primary cannon. Oh, but first, you need to activate the atrium elevators from bridge security. You can use them to get to the junction boxes. By the way, Isaac, be careful. I saw something out there, I don't know what. I only got a glimpse. It was big. Really big.
See, it's not in there yet.
I think I'm going to need that.
And that is your one and only warning that there's something out there that you're going to go into a bit of a boss fight for the level of gear progression you have.
Oh yeah. You know, there's always been this one thing that bugs me about this hologram. Is that you don't get to see the entirety of the planet. You only see where they done the planet crack. But you actually see like the other 3D models around the rest of the planet, but you don't see an actual 3D model of the planet.
Yeah, because it wasn't deemed necessary, and it's quite honestly superfluous to task to have the entire thing modeled. You can just put a 2D image in there.
I think it would be kind of neat.
Shit! Stand back! Oh, that one was dead when I sealed the pod. These things don't die easily.
Yes, because nothing bad will ever come of that.
Oh, yeah.
And that was an audio issue that has always bugged me is step through there, he talks to you on a radio, and then he tells you, better get a move on. Through the door.
Alright, so we are about to head into our boss fight, so I'm going to go ahead and save our game here. So this is going to be a pain in the butt.
Oh, fun fact, if you stay out of range with the brute, it'll throw like a little explosive acid pack at you.
Oh, I know that. I've dealt with that crap before. Yeah, and here we
Catch
go.
it with kinesis and throw it right back at him.
I gotta remember how to run. Woohoo!
Your weapons can't punch through that thing's armor. Shoot it in the back, Isaac.
I missed that.
How could you miss that? Oh, shamefully.
I don't know. I'm stupid. That's how.
I'm froze.
Keep it at the corner. There we go. Keep it at the corner. Keep it at the corner. There we are. There we are. There we are.
Reason? Arm joints. Dude, remember, the easiest part.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. Okay, give me a little bit more. Woo! I just made it mad.
It's that
Okay.
Quarantine lifted.
Alright, that
this
is.
for all around the break for goodies.
I forgot in this one, the brutes don't get cut apart.
Disappointing, ain't it?
Yeah, I know. They don't start being able to be cut apart until Dead Space 2, which is very
Bridge come in. We've been boarded.
disappointing, which sucks. I believe this one's actually one of the shorter chapters. Chapter 4 is. I'm not quite sure though.
Depends on how large you get it.
Oh yeah.
I forget that little room it came out of.
I don't know. I'm just making sure that I'm grabbing everything. Oh, I should have grabbed that. And... Wah. That would have frozen them for a little bit.
Isaac, make us whole again.
No. That's gonna be a hard no from me. I'm sorry, ma'am. Okay.
There's a back room there.
Huh?
There's a back room in there.
I know, but there was something that I wanted to do that I just remembered that I need to do. Let's see how much that is. That's going to be 20,000 to be able to upgrade that. Where are we sitting at? We are sitting at 8,000 right now. Okay. We're going to have to be careful with ammo. We're going to have to not suck. Which I know is a very big problem for me. Okay, let's stomp on that. Oh, I can sell that.
Remember, never miss a chance to sell things.
That's right. Alright, let's take a look here. Now, we just got ourselves another power node. I don't know whether we should save it or use it. I don't know what kind of doors there are here, if there are any doors at all. So,
General rule of thumb, always keep one.
true that. So we will keep it for now. We will see if there's any doors, and then we will spend it before we head on to the next chapter. So why do I have? Oh yeah, because I got to turn on the elevator.
Atrium elevators are now online.
That was the entire thing for going and doing that. Okay, so we got to go and take the back.
You can do it in any order.
I don't care. I'm going to do it the way that they want me to. Because
This is mutiny.
yeah, and I don't care.
The Titan, it's mutiny.
And I don't care.
That's mutiny.
That's mutiny. Your face is mutiny. My face is mutiny.
All your faces are mutiny.
Exactly. This is a long elevator ride.
Crunch.
Okay, so that startled me. Mostly it's because I just didn't remember that. Okay. So let's hit this.
Oh! If I remember this side correctly.
Things are gonna get crunchy.
More squiggly.
Either way, I don't like any of it. Okay, I'm supposed to go that way, so let's go through here. More credits. I see you. I see you. No. Alright. Okay, so let's go ahead and use that recharge, because I'm going to need that.
It looks like some of the gravity plating is malfunctioning. Keep an eye out for any kind
Oh,
of distortion effect
this
coming from
part.
the floor. It could be dangerous.
And that's one of the reasons I like this area, because depending on where you put yourself, you will get to watch enemies just come running at you, and
That.
yeah. Don't forget to step on the baby.
I want to step on the baby. We're just going to let them kind of wander their way around here. There he is. Hey, buddy. Hey, how you doing?
They are smart enough to walk around.
There we go.
Grab a talon so you can shoot it.
There we go. Alright.
Do not step on the gravity plating.
I missed. Anybody got a pitchfork?
No.
There we go. It's hard to get that overcorrection problem to stop happening with the controller. And I don't think I can actually change how sensitive the controller is, unfortunately, which sucks.
Forgot to step on that last baby on your right that you just walked from.
I wanted that first. No, none.
Come on, my dude.
No, I'm trying to figure out where he was.
There's only one way he could be.
I see him. Oh,
Back to the gravity plates.
Okay.
Breathe. Collect yourself. Make sure your aim is steady.
Where is he? Where is he?
Back that way. Remember, you can top off your time freeze there.
Where is he?
Fun fact, the game has AI zone locks. So you cross a certain point, they stop and they back off. Playing chicken with it, you know better.
Shit. That's not what I meant to do. Take advantage of that AI control lock.
That's better.
Oh! They do cut.
Yeah, it was just a special one upstairs, I guess.
And he's dead. Okay. How am I looking on ammo? Garbage.
So with some experimentation in some areas, you can actually figure out where AI will come and go, which can be useful if you're feeling a bit Don't touch it, it'll hurt.
Power transferred to the ADS.
Ship systems, junction box rerouted. I'm making some
Run
progress
away.
with the tracking grid. One of the cannons is giving me a hard time. Keep moving.
Okay. Recharge. thought I saw something pop up.
Can you notice there's background noises you hear now that you didn't before?
Yep.
Be careful with the edges of the blades to the scenario. I've had that happen way too many times.
Ah.
Keep telling you, you gotta start working on that reflex of popping arms first, or a arm first, and then throwing the things.
I really do. It's gonna save me a lot of pain in the end. I know it will. Alright. Let's check the...
And it's a skill that helps in every game.
Oh boy. Oh man, yeah, I tell you, one of the best things about this game is how detailed actually each and every single one of these creatures is. The reason why I say that is because they actually had a lot of thought go into. Oh come on! Yeah,
They are coming onto the deck to try and kill you.
it's mutiny! I tell you, mutiny! Stop moving! It's obnoxious, I tell you that. Great, I missed. This is perfect. This is perfect. Cut off an arm. Move slower when you cut off an arm. Shit.
That is the most desperate maneuver I have ever seen.
Shut up. Did it work?
Yes. Doesn't change the fact that it was desperate as fuck.
Let's get some distance.
One thing that I always felt contributed to the insanity of survivors is when they can't get to you, they're still just making a cacophonous racket.
Just shut up.
Can you imagine what it would be like to be somewhere safe that they can't get to and all you hear is that noisy racket the entire time?
I tell you, I wouldn't like it.
And by far, the worst offender is the most siege-worthy, actually, which would be the exploder.
Yeah, I don't like them either. We get to deal with them later.
It's a constant
Because they almost sound human. Okay, we are going down.
Isaac, listen up.
Now.
I've gone over the MedSci reports. These things are biorecombinators. They take dead tissue, absorb it, and mold it into new forms.
Uh-huh.
One iteration seems to have the sole purpose of infecting corpses.
Uh-huh.
The others, well, seem to be making corpses to infect. And that body tissue we keep seeing on the walls is part of it too.
Uh-huh.
I found a report that says it's a habitat changer.
Uh-huh.
Well, nothing needs to be infected. That's a small misnomer. Any dead tissue in presence of the marker signal will eventually necrotize.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, that's a wrong word usage because that means decay. It will necromorphize. That's better.
It will necrophize. Surprise! Okay, that way is that way.
Attention to detail.
Exiting
Door
vacuum.
seals and you are repressurized.
Okay, so... Here we go. We're gonna do a little bit of something to help me out here.
You can only do one because you still need one. Always
Let's
have one.
we'll go ahead and increase my capacity. Because the next one that we do is gonna get me to the next damage.
Entering vacuum. Exiting vacuum.
And that is a part of the behavior you see for the first time. They do actually drag corpses off for processing.
Bye-bye. Oh, that sucks.
And whatever we said about shooting legs in the past,
Don't do it.
that some of them are reinforced.
Yeah. Ah, scheisse. Well, this is no good from beginning to end here.
Power transferred to the ADS.
System suction box rerouted.
Ah, crap it.
Yep.
I nicked the gravity plate.
Well, now you get more aim
Another-
practice.
Yeah, another thing for doing that. That's the problem with doing this on hard.
Power transferred to the ADS.
No, I don't
Control
get the aim
system junction
practice.
box rerouted. I'm getting a reading. Almost there.
Oh, this is not working.
Evil baby.
Yeah, I know. Evil baby is not helping me. So I've
Or it's
just
the fact that it's a
ranged.
black one. Black enemies are always stronger.
Yeah. They're fresher.
No, they're different.
Power transferred to the ADS.
Why they turn
Control system
blackened
junction box
like that is
rerouted.
never
I'm getting a
explored.
reading. Almost there.
Just is.
Get off of me! And that's what I do with babies in real life.
Oh no, let me jump on your face.
Ah, crap! Hey, that works for me! Crap. I am stuck between a rock and a
The
hard place.
right side. Stop going to the left.
The right side, it doesn't allow me to progress. Oh, okay.
Power transferred to the ADS.
Control system suction box rerouted. I'm getting a reading. Almost there.
Okay. Just right.
Entering vacuum.
I think we made the best decision here. I think we made the best
what
decision
have we
there.
learned?
Get more ammo.
You need to stop aiming for the legs and aim for the arms to take the blades and use the blades.
Yeah, what you said. Okay, inventory. We're gonna sell that and sell that. I wish that we could buy the level 3 suit right now, but no. 30 rounds. That ought to do me.
Hold up, go back.
What?
Get your freeze.
But it's expensive. It's expensive. I'm never gonna be able to afford that stupid suit.
I think there's a reason to learn. Now stock up your freeze.
Alright, and then we go up to level 3. Which should be the part where I shoot asteroids. This may actually be a short episode because I just have run through most of it.
Make us whole again.
Another weapon that I will never use.
This is Temple. The bridge is...
Keeps giving me Ripper Blades.
Just once you
no.
have a rippin' good time.
Okay, here we go. There you are. I see you. I see you. I see you. Come on.
Freeze. Take the blade. Fire up black.
Had to stun him. Crap.
There you go.
Okay. Okay, we are still good on the amount of ammo I have. We have.
Asteroid defense system now online.
Alright, we've got enough power, but the ADS cannon's auto-targeting is down. I think it's a faulty data cable. I need you to aim the cannon manually until I can replace it. Take the elevator to the top of the ship and head for the cannon pit.
So that was some fancy footwork.
Oh, the fact that I actually did some fancy footwork and got myself out of there.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Hey, appreciate it. I'm surprised I'm not dead.
But that also means you need a bit more stasis so you can do that a bit more reliably. And remember, if they're bunched up side by side or in one cluster mob, time slowing
Stasis
them
is going to be my
will be
absolute
an
friend
AoE.
in this.
until you get your aim down. Remember, if aim's not working
Stasis.
friendly, you can strafe left and right to just nudge your aim.
Isaac, you're going to have to cross the ship exterior to reach the ADS cannon. Problem is, we're still getting bombarded by asteroids. Look for cover, or you'll get torn to
Okay,
pieces.
so note to self, ignore the necromorphs here and just
Entering
haul ass.
entering zero gravity.
Best of luck with that strategy, because you're going to have some moments where you have to
Warning.
take cover.
Multiple impacts detected across the
There we go.
starboard hull.
Keep going.
Okay, I can proceed a couple of these things forward each and every time.
That went right by your head.
Yes, it did! Because I'm so frickin' sidle.
Probably not a good survival strategy.
When have I ever had a good survival strategy?
Next. Next. Move.
No, don't do it yet. Alright, go. I should be able to make it to the door.
Exiting zero gravity. Exiting vacuum. Manual override initiated.
That's it, Isaac. You're in the pit. The cannon's a mass driver, so it should punch through anything flying at us.
We have limited.
Keep an eye on the hull's integrity. Too many of those things get by, and we're dead.
I
I
have
think
what?
I've almost got the system repaired.
Limited
Buy
ammo.
me a little more time.
Tight clusters, not outliers.
Just one more minute, and it should be fully operational.
Warning. Hull integrity.
You do realize who you're talking to. This guy can't hit the broadside of a barn.
Top left.
I've almost got this thing fixed. Just a little bit longer.
Warning. Hull integrity critical.
Ah, cram it.
Automated tracking.
Oh, thank God.
Nice shooting, Isaac. Auto-targeting is now online and clearing a path to safe orbit. As soon as we're clear, I'll engage the autopilot again. Head to the tram station, and I'll meet you there when I'm done.
Whew, that was close. Okay, we're gonna make our way back down to the area. I know that there's gonna be necromorphs on the way. We're just gonna run the hell by them. Because we shouldn't have to deal with
Entering vacuum. Entering zero gravity.
things this time, so we're just gonna run right past it. Hello,
Whole
sir.
strategy. Let's see how it works for him, Cotton.
I see you there. I see you there.
And I see you too.
Exiting zero gravity.
Sure not in there.
Exiting vacuum.
Bold strategy.
Wait.
That worked.
Isaac Hammond, you're not gonna believe this. Oxygen levels are falling. Something's poisoning hydroponics air production, and whatever it is, it's filling the deck up with that organic stuff. We're not going to have any air to breathe soon. But if I understand these lab reports correctly, I think I can make a poison to destroy it. Head to medical. It should have everything you need.
Will this never end? Isaac, get to medical and mix together whatever Kendra's come up with. I'm heading to hydroponics. If I can slow it down, that might keep us breathing long enough to fight it.
This is where Hammond's gonna die. And if you ask me, if Hammond lived through this, I think things could have ended a bit better.
Well,
Just mildly better. Not much better, but mildly better. You know?
don't forget to go into the one room he was occupying before he went off to hydroponics. There should be a goodie in there.
Oh, hell no!
Huh. I should have speared him.
Ah! No, not another one of those things.
How different and uniquely horrible on its own.
Two shots killed him. Okay. Okay. Let's save the game here just in case something horrible happens to me. You know, I remember when this game first came out and I played it. Good grief. I played it on easy mode the first time. Because I was going like, ah, I'm too scared to play the game. Look at me now. I'm still being stupid in this game. Okay, let's go. Oh, he's still here. Hey, Hammond.
Oh.
He's actually quite tall. It could also be the fact that I'm hunched over.
You're hunched over.
He's also quite tall.
Yeah. Makes me wonder.
How tall is Isaac?
I'm already moving to see if I can find that out.
That ruby semiconductor should allow me to be able to get that suit.
Oh, dude's like 49. He's not doing bad for a 50-year-old motherfucker.
I think it was 49 in the end one, not the beginning. And
Dates I can use here.
there we go. We're going to be upgrading the suit. A little bit more armor to be able to help myself be able to not take as much damage. That'll be nice. And look at that, level 3 suit. It's looking good, Isaac.
Yeah, apparently for the Ishimura, he was 43.
Oh, crap! Ah! Get past.
Run! Don't hobble.
I am practically dead. Oh, look! You dropped a health kit for me. Thank you. We are not doing well.
Huh. Interesting.
Huh.
Even though he is 49 years old. He is biologically 47 or 48 due to the effects of stasis containment during his 3 years on Sprawl.
Huh. Interesting. Oh my god. This is not going well. Look at me, I'm almost dead. We made it back to the tram. We're going back to medical. Yay. I don't want to go back to medical. Okay. And we're back here at medical now. So, yeah. That last one did not go so well. There was a lot of running involved with that one that I just had to say, nope, nope, I give up, I'm done. Oh my goodness. Why do I do this to myself, Nerdian? Why? I do it so that people at home can enjoy my suffering. I think that's why I do it.
That's called masochism.
And so you're saying that all my viewers are sadists? If I had any viewers? Maybe a little.
To a fair degree. I mean, why do you think people watch Markiplier play things like I Am Toast or Getting Over It with Benefati?
True. Anywho, well, that's going to be it for this evening and this episode of Titan Goes to Hell. Well, this episode of Dead Space. Next time, Chapter 5. Hopefully things go a little bit better for us. They probably won't. Sundays, 6 o'clock. Once again, is Titan's Grab Bag. I may start doing a third stream during the week of Oblivion, just so that I can continue to keep doing Oblivion, but also do something else on Titan's Grab Bag. So, yeah. Another place that you might want, if you are interested, another place that you might want to take a look at to find out more about necromorphs and whatnot is a channel called Roanoke Gaming. Go and take a look at his stuff. He's actually got some really cool stuff just about the necromorphs and other things, about their morphology and all sorts of goodness. And let's say thank you once again to Nerdian, our resident necromorphophile.
Thank you, mein Kinder. Anyways, also looking at the wiki, I'm amused. Quotes: Dead Space, grunts. That's it for Dead Space. He's just quoted as grunts.
Just well, yeah. I mean, that's what he does. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time on the stream. I will probably be deciding when to start doing the stream for Oblivion more often. I may start doing that on Fridays, maybe Saturday evenings. Haven't decided yet, but it will be done. So I will catch y'all later, and Nerdian say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.